You know, this jimmy rigging actually held up better than I thought it would. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from the beautiful parts of northeastern Tennessee. To be more specific, we are at the Yarberry Campground, not far from Lenoir City, here next to Knoxville. But anyway, today, you guys, the reason why we are out here is we are here to see this. Not far on the other side of the campground is a big, giant, abandoned houseboat. Now, there is something particularly special about this houseboat. You see, in the 1980s, Knoxville, Tennessee was home to the World's Fair. Now, this houseboat that's out here, it is known as the Enchantress. The Enchantress used to ferry people around in that area during World's Fair. So anyway, you guys, we're gonna get out this kayak and we are going to check out this beauty. So without further ado, anchor down. Real quick, just check out the size of those big giant boats. Looks like they've got some power lines that they're sending over. Tugboat? I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought on what the exact, oh, barge. There we go. It's a yellow, or it's an orange and white barge. I'm not sure if that's bad luck or good luck. I'm a little bit surprised that it's not farther out than I saw on Google Maps. That's the one thing that kind of surprised me, because when I looked at it on Google Maps, it was like at least a mile, 2 miles away from this campground. But quite honestly, it's just right over here. The closer I get up to it, I did not realize how big that barge is. And on top of that, there is another boat. Is it just me? Or do you feel like a certain great white shark named Bruce is about to pop up from the belly of the ship? Or that dead guy who only had one eyeball? Don't know, but that creeps me out. I wonder if this one has a name by any chance. The last time it was tagged was in 2018. So I'm guessing this thing hasn't had an owner in well over 5 years. That's been sitting out there a long time. So I guess now we're gonna see what's on the inside, if there's really anything left. I don't think there really isn't anything in there. It's all probably been still pretty good gas gauge, so not entirely lost. Let's see. Now, I am very certain that a certain shark named Bruce is about to come up, about to devour me, or okay, about to devour me or not. Okay, now, well, I wonder if there's really anything to see in there. I mean, I'm imagining probably not, but I am slightly curious. There is looks like that's an old school freezer. Nah, I kind of highly doubt that it even works. But I wonder what's in the galley. Well, it's obvious something's been cut here and there. You know, you probably could save it. Probably. I mean, you just have to pump out all of the water. But as for the most part, I mean, it looks like a sunken galley. That's what it looks like. But it does look like it did have a shower at one time. This would all be so cool if it wasn't partially, or not partially, all the way submerged. I greatly feel that, you know, at one point, this was a beautiful boat. It seems that I'm somewhat stuck in a way, but Oh, I see what I'm getting stuck on. I'm getting stuck on this, their old ladder. And again, that's an old school ladder too. That's made out of solid wood, probably teak wood. But this kind of weirds me out in a way. So now we'll check and see what all is left of the main deck. If it has the if it has a compass in it, the compasses are still usually pretty nice. But apparently I'm not seeing that. So I guess, you guys, now that we have seen this sunken beast, we're gonna go check out what we came for, the Enchantress. Now, I do find it very interesting that somehow, in some way, a giant houseboat, or I should say a giant tourist boat at one time, carried people from around the world along the Tennessee River. I believe it was maybe it was the French Broad that runs right next to right through Knoxville. But that is it. So we're gonna find out what is inside. Looks like some people have already gone in. Looks like some of the ceiling is falling through. But luckily, it looks like it's still fairly airtight. Maybe a few leaks here and there. But looks like it's gonna be pretty easy to get onto. I thought about bringing my my boots and wearing them out here, but while we were on our way in, I found this. Solid metal, really easy to get on top of. Yeah, this is not going to be any issue. Oh, there is a little spider. Average person would kind of get freaked out by that. Or these guys. They don't look too friendly. So we're gonna leave them alone. Okay, now that was actually harder than I thought it would be, but for the most part I did climb on that end, and I tied my kayak up, so I'm not really worried. I know it's probably not going to fall away, but let's check out the Enchantress, and hopefully I don't see like another shark, or, well, not another shark, but like I was saying, this puts off such a Jaws vibe. But I know we're out on the Tennessee River, so the odds of that happening are very low. So first off, let's check out the main deck. Whoa, I missed my footing there. That's not really good. And that looks, well, for a second there I thought those were bullets, but oh well. No, looks like no, stainless steel. So never mind then. I thought they may have been like 22 shell casings, but they're not. But you just gotta think about the history associated with this boat. Like, if it really did be a part of the Knoxville World's Fair back in 1982, she has an amazing story. Let's go in here. Let's see what is in this next chamber. And I will be dipped. Yes, there is an old school, that is old school, and that is still beautiful too. And it's still got, of course, its compass. I'm not sure if it's working or not. If it is, it's saying that we're going due south. But imagine if you could just get this thing working again. So let's go out on the main deck, shall we? It does look like it's tied off, but the person or the people who did have it, I've heard a lot of sources say that they just kind of abandoned it. So it's just kind of going the way of, I guess, just rotting here in the Tennessee River. Kind of hope somebody will fix it up. And then again, there's the other boat that is out here. a better picture of it. So let's go down into the galley. Let's see what's in there. These are old school, these are really old school U.S. Coast Guard life vests. Oh my goodness, I don't know how old those are, but those have to be at least 40 or 50 years old. And look, there's kind of a, looks like it's kind of like protection about what to do if this thing sinks. Okay, now this looks a little bit dirty. I'm almost guessing that somebody has probably spent a couple of nights living out on here. But again, you can kind of see the like the old tourism vibe, or the old tourism wallpaper and whatnot. So yeah, I guess the rumors are true. This thing is the true Enchantress. This thing shuttled many people from around the world during the World's Fair, but I doubt that she'll be seeing any type of floating or sailing or whatever have you anytime soon, because there's just a lot of work that would need to be done to it. Like, for example, there. And we're not going to go down there any further, but as you can tell, it's pretty dirty. That's one of the V-berths right there. So we, just because of how dirty it is, we're not going to go any further. But that laminated stuff, that's from the 80s and the 70s. And it has a really old school, oh, what do you call them? I'm drawing a brain fart. It's like the people who owned this prior were Atlanta Falcons fans. Stove. There we go. Classic stove. Let's see what's in. Well, I guess quite literally they are out of food. I'll leave it at that. But they do have these old school tables again. What do you know? That's an old school one. That's that has seen better days. And I just like how the furniture is like thrown around like some kind of like ragweed or something like that. And it does look, I found a few logs, cruising log. You know, it might not have anything in it, but oh look, it does. Weiss Landing, fuel run, Weiss Landing, port of departure in 2000. Oh my God, this was the last time that at least in this log was in the 2000s. Yep, the last time was from Weiss Landing, volunteer landing. Oh, it's so this must have seen a Tennessee Vols game. That's so cool. Let's see what else they got. Pocket Pal. No, that's destroyed. There's not a whole lot left of that. So let's see what else is here. I mean, of course, there's a lot of furniture that's thrown everywhere, and an old school paint, or an old school frame. Probably seen better days. And I guess this is what is the current issue with this boat. That is a lot of water. But if you could somehow pump all that out, you might be able to save it. Just look at that water right there. But yeah, maybe they could salvage this at some point. Or someone or some group that would like to invest and fix it. And place even has a bathroom too. Oh my goodness. You know, I wonder if any of my family remembers this who went to the World's Fair. Or I should say any of my friends, my fans, or my followers. In the comments below, did you remember seeing this when it was in full sale? I mean, because I think that'd be really cool to see if somebody had like old pictures from that time period of when she was afloat. Looks like that's a lot of mold, so we are just going to shut that door, and yeah, I'm going to forget that I saw that. And look at the old school, that's old school leather too. So this is an impressive abandoned boat. I'm glad that I came out here, you guys. This is cool. Okay, now we're gonna get back onto the mainland. There is another abandoned boat I do want to see, and it's just a little bit of ways down the road from here. Now, a while back, I was out and about driving on one of my adventures, and I found these two abandoned service barges. They're not that far from where we just were. They're out here on Von Orr. You see, at one time, the railroad here was attached. You see, it used to go across this roadway and over here to the marina. And as you can tell, it's probably been at least maybe 30, 40 plus years since all this was changed over. Now, it does go back all the way in here into the marina, but we're not gonna go to the marina just because you have to have a visitor's permit, and I know I'm just out here filming right now. I just like that there's just a random tree growing in there. But I think we're coming up to the first barge. There are a few others here in this spot, but I'm not gonna make the risk to go down there today. But here we go. Down here are a group of old abandoned barges that haven't been used in quite some time. In fact, looks like the water has gone up quite a bit, because when I was out here, honestly, you couldn't really, well, I mean, you could see the top of it, and over there it looks like somebody left their sailboat. Okay, I'm down here a little more closer to it just to show you all what this thing looks like. Now that I've shown you all that, I'll show you where the railroad track here ends. There's really not a whole lot. Again, I say that a lot. Yeah, this is where the railroad track ends, my friends. And it looks like the end of it are a group of old sailing masts. So I think without further ado, we're gonna get out of here. Now, this has been a very fun vlog. I needed this. This felt great. I know my videos haven't done that great last month or so. This has been fun, you guys. Now, I do have some news to share. This is the last video. Not like the last video, like the last one I'll ever make, but the next episode that you all will see, it will officially be haunt season. Yes, my haunt season is back, everyone. Yes, I will be exploring Bradley County's ghost stories, East Tennessee's ghost stories, Middle Tennessee's ghost stories, and a lot of in between. So anyway, guys, now that I've said that, this is going to be the end of a vlog. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, vlog over.